Good num morning and welcome back to Roet's Torture. I mean, welcome back to session 2 of what will hopefully be the end of this veteran campaign. I honestly can't remember where we left off. Like, I know we did all gillied up stuff because I remember suffering at it, but I honestly can't remember if we did heat or not. I hope Past Me was kind enough to present me that I got heat done as well, but I honestly can't remember. So I'm just going to click resume and see where we end up. Fuck me! Past Me, you're such an asshole! Come on! Fine. I was hoping I'd done heat, because the heat's the other mission that really fucking sucks on vet, but I guess cold open.
The chopper's at least half an hour, Captain Price.
Anyway, we'll jump straight back to where we were. Last time, we were hunting Al-Assad, a bunch of US Marine troops got wiped off. We found Al-Assad, found out that he was working with Zakhaev, and then we did all gillied up, which is like a in the past mission highlighting who Zakhaev is, so we know who we're hunting. But we're still in the base that we captured and eliminated Al-Assad, so we need to get out of there before all of his men come and destroy us. But they're coming anyway, so we're laying a bunch of bombs everywhere, and it's going to be a bit of a push of a stand. However, so I'll just pause so you can see on the top right, difficulty veteran. However, this mission kind of sucks on veteran. It's difficult on any difficulty, but on veteran, most of it's fine, and then you get to the last bit and it's hell.
Ignore that load of bollocks. Their counterattack is imminent. Spread out and cover the southern approach.
But the first chunk is very scripted, so it's pretty easy. There is another trophy in this mission, and I'm not going to do it in veteran because fuck doing that, but I will highlight what you need to do. The trophy, the unique trophy for this level is to also lay here and get ready to shoot. The unique trophy is to destroy 8 helicopters. There are exactly 8 that will show up. Later on, we're going to move to a minigun, and 5 of them will show up, gun all of them down. And at one point, we're going to be asked to push and run all the way back up to the barn. On your way to the barn, next to the gate, there's 3 RPGs. You need to book it for that, pick it up, and immediately turn around, because there will be 3 helicopters that are about to fly away. And if you don't take them down then and there, you'll miss them. Thankfully, the checkpoint there is well placed, so if you miss one, you can immediately just pause, hit last checkpoint, and try again. You can actually shoot whenever you want, but you're supposed to wait until they're close enough.
Open fire!
Good shot, mate. Squad, hold your ground. They think we're a larger force than we really are. Copy.
Yeah, and as I said, you're just staying here until they start dropping smoke bombs. The moment you see the enemy start throwing smoke bombs, you can start moving to the next objective immediately because you've hit the flag sort of thing, which will actually be imminent. Because they're lower down the hill, you've got, you know, height advantage. You've got the high ground, so use that to make it so you've almost kind of permanently got cover. Which is why, despite being veteran, I'm not really getting shot right now. Because even if they are shooting at me, they're hitting this. They're hitting the soil in front of us. Because of the... Alright, they're just dropping the smoke now. They do a little bit more cleanup. But start moving backwards. And I'm going to reload as I do it. You're aiming for this helicopter. And because you're on veteran, it's in your best bets to be where... you're in your best interest to be where the next objective's going to be ahead of time. So get on this. And start holding L2 to preemptively start revving it. If you hold down the button, you'll see like it builds up the heat on the right. Fun trick, hold down RT and keep on spamming L2 instead. Because you'll keep on revving it just enough for it to shoot. And look at the heat bar on the left. We're shooting near indefinitely without building up the heat. Also be careful, if you mash it way too quick, it will start creeping up. But you're just aiming down here, and the biggest thing you're paying attention to is every now and then glance up to your top right and see if you can see helicopters approaching. And understand it is veteran, so you are going to fucking get shot at if you get a few clips. It is more generous, thankfully, but still be wary. This isn't the hard part of the mission, and they understand that. So they kind of throw your bone a little bit. The enemy actually won't target you as much as you think they would. But when these helicopters arrive, Get rid of all of them and get the fuck off it and start running. You're running for this house.
The rest of us will keep them busy from the next defensive line. Everyone move. So, we're falling back to the next fight line.
Yeah, Gaz is going to preemptively shout at you because he expects you to already be there, but stand here. Make sure you can see what you're using the C4 on, because it won't let you pull the charge unless you're looking at where the bomb's going off. It's a weird thing. If I like go over here, it won't let me do it. Oh, of course it did that time, but you get the idea. If you go too far back, it will cut you off. Once you blow them all up, you're booking it for the barn, and the barn is where the real meat of the mission begins. As in, if you're trying to get all the helicopters destroyed for the trophy, the RPGs are to the right of this gate. You see, I'm looking at them right now. They're there. And if you turn around, there's 1, 2, 3. Destroy all 3 of them, you get your trophy. But all 3 of them are going to fly away almost immediately, so you have to like get it and be on it immediately, or like instantly. For this section, use this barn as cover because the enemies that are coming in are infinite. Destroy this and immediately book it to the other side, so you've got the range to try and take out the other ones while still being safe. Well, mostly safe. Because you also need enough distance that it doesn't catch the barn in front of you. If it catches the barn in front of you, the explosion will be severe enough that it will almost definitely count as friendly fire. Alright, now it's time for the real meat of the mission. Once you destroy all of them, you're going to be told you can now do airstrikes, and your pickup, where you need to actually be to finish the mission, is at the very bottom of the map. And we're at the very top. And this is where the difficulty kicks in, because they're infinitely respawning.
Target confirmed. Stand by for airstrike. ELZ is too hot.
LZ is too hot, you need to get back down the hill. Best advice, put another airstrike on this door, on this gate-ish area, like here. Get to like this point, hug this wall and keep your head down and pray. And I'm not kidding, that's your best bet. Just fucking keep praying. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can try and deal with these, because a whole wave of enemies are gonna push up on us in a sec, so I'll kill these guys first and then try and push down it.
Bravo 6, we're getting a lot of enemy radar signatures. Try to land closer to the bottom of the hill to avoid a lock-on, over.
Yeah, and Gaz puts it in, I think, any veteran player's words. You get all the way up here and then you have to go all the way back fucking down. Yeah, and that's the worst part. You have exactly 4 minutes to get down there and the game says, hey, take point. The game literally says, you fucking figure it out. Damn it, no, I needed to not get stuck on that. I needed to not get stuck on that wall. But this is genuinely the only strategy I can recommend. Oh, this is not the way I wanted to go. Hell no. If you try and just push through it forward on, no, you won't make it. This gives you just enough cover that you might be able to bullshit it. Like that. And if you can get just far enough... Ah, damn it. I say, if I got like a teeny tiny bit further, I would have twigged a checkpoint and then we would have, like, it would have counted anyway. It would have been fine. But it seemed to work waiting here for a sec, so I'm not doing that. They were all there, really. Okay. You get the gist. This is genuinely, in my opinion, the best strategy. If you try and push on it head on, you won't ever fucking make it. Because they are infinitely respawning and really strong. You've just got to kind of hold your breath and pray. I'm actually going to hide here for a sec.
Copy 2-7. Everyone, head for the landing zone. It's our last chance. Move. Target confirmed. Stand by for airstrike.
I don't think we're far enough along to get the checkpoint. I'd at least kind of hold my breath for a second and then try and book it. Come on, game. There we go. See, we twigged the checkpoint. Now, once you get here, you're in the clear. Even if you die a couple times, what's ahead of you is nowhere near as bad as what's behind you. You do that section, you've done the hardest part of the mission. It's why this mission's the second hardest, because until you figure out that strategy, you're not moving off that cliff.
You guys have 3 minutes before we have to leave without you, over. We're gonna get left behind! We've gotta get to the landing zone!
Nearly there. Hover around here so it triggers the game bringing in the helicopter, and then just fucking hide here for a sec. If you don't know to hug that wall, I can't stress enough that you will be there probably longer than you were at All Gillied Up. Or in the second mission of All Gillied Up. It's insane. So we're still being fucking shot at from here. There you go, and once again I must stress that's on veteran. Ow, 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 fuck, no, we're not safe yet, hang on. Hang on, yeah, I preemptively celebrated. Now we're done. And Sergeant Griggs is the one leading this platoon, which is really cool because it means that from this point onwards the SAS and the US Marines are working together. So when although I said you don't play as the US Marines anymore, you only play as SAS, I said the US Marines aren't forever uninvolved. That's still true. Because now it's a joint operation. The few survivors of that troop that we got to know, because Sergeant Griggs is like the only one from that troop that survived, it feels like, will now be joining us for future missions. So on any other difficulty that isn't veteran, that mission is very manageable. On veteran, you really can't try and do it the intended way. So if you try and fight and push down the line, you'll never make it. There's not enough cover, there's way too many enemies, they respawn way too quickly, you'll be eviscerated. Just hug that bush and sprint. And then you even saw then, I got clipped a couple of times, but it worked, and it was way quicker to do that.
I'm listening.
But now our next mission, and this is the last mission of Act 2.
Commander of the ultra-nationalist forces in the field. Rotten apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
For us to get to Zakhaev,
Kamarov got a location
we're hoping we can get his son. So we're working with good old Kamarov. Again, you know, the one from Act 1, who we had a few tumbles with, but also has helped us out on occasion. Kamarov's going to help us find his son, so we can use him to try and get to Zakhaev. And so we get the sins of the father. Oh, this R700 you're holding when you start the mission, it's there's very, very, very few of them in the game. So if you're still going for the trophy for getting a kill with every gun, use this fucking thing at some point in the mission. I know that sounds obvious, but you get it. Captain Price, he's going to wait for everyone to come over and he's going to give you your objective.
So, get on that dumpster and prepare to take out the guards in the tower on my mark. The rest of you follow me.
So that you kind of have to anyway if you're following the mission properly. And wait for Price to give you the mark because everyone needs to be in position.
Soap, take them out now.
There we are. For now, you've got this sniper, so fucking use it. Don't push forward yet. For now, just stay back and see whose heads you can pop. Knowing that it is an R700. The thing with the R700 sniper in this game is that it has the highest damage. It's only got 4 shots in the bolt. It's got the highest damage, so it will put any enemy down if you can hit them, regardless of where you hit them. But it's got like the second worst accuracy. And it doesn't mean it won't hit where you shoot. It means the weapon sway when you're holding it with snipers will be wider than other guns. Which is why some people prefer the other bolt action sniper, because although it's slightly less damage, it's got more accuracy. You see, Gaz's already pushed forward. There's not actually too many enemies here. It's just you need to get rid of all of them.
Area secure.
Yeah, we're done. So you don't even really have to do much. You can kind of stick back. If you're going for all the intel, there is a laptop in here on one of these tables. I think it's this one.
Alright, let's get this place sorted out. Change into the enemy uniforms and douse the fires. Kamarov, I need your men on the ground if the drivers start asking questions.
Yeah,
Just keep
since
them busy
Kamarov can
until
actually
we
speak
locate
Russian, we're going to have him
Zakhaev's
on the
son.
ground to speak Russian,
We don't have much time, so get to it.
whilst we're going to all dress up as enemy soldiers, so then when Zakhaev's son's troops come through, we can basically lure them into our trap. Obviously, the schemes of mice and men don't... But, yeah, alright,
You're
Griggs.
up here, because you look nothing like a Russian.
Pick up this G36.
Bravo 6, this
You
is
don't need the
Ultra
R700
One.
anymore, so you might as well just pick up some better
Convoy
weaponry.
headed your way. I count 6 vehicles in the convoy, over.
You can see, like, the squad's ready. You've got Private there, you've got a Captain there. Kamarov's down the bottom just in case. Gaz is there. Don't know where Price is on top of my head. Oh, there. Is that it? No, that's Private Muir. No idea. Price is somewhere around it, and Griggs is with us.
Sir, I have a visual on the target in the third vehicle, and I'm walking by it right now.
Yeah, Gaz, walk straight past him so you can identify him.
The target is in the jeep in front
Remember,
of the
you're trying to
EMP.
capture him.
We
Don't
need to
shoot
take
Zakhaev.
5, so watch your fire. Stand by. Stand by. Smoke 'em.
Stop walking onto the driver. Fucking... I really wanted to kill this driver. Not that we can do too much, so we can't shoot Zakhaev, so you just gotta wait. And of course, Zakhaev's eventually gonna make a run for it, or drive for it. He's gonna hit our tower, so oh shit. From the moment you get the ability to move again, you cannot let Zakhaev get too far away, because this bitch is gonna keep running. Victor here is going to make a run for it. There he is. And Viz, he doesn't... The reason why he only kind of gives you a side look before he does it, I'd like to think it's because you're in the Russian uniform, so he doubts himself just enough that he doesn't just try to take the shot, easy shot there. But you have to be on the run for him now. You can't, like, really stop or hold up or anything like that. You just have to fucking push for it.
Okay, he's leaving the junkyard to the northwest. Get his ass. Move. Okay, the target is moving north.
There he goes.
Headed towards the outskirts of the city. This guy's really hauling ass. Don't let him get away. Be advised, this area is crawling with hostile forces, over.
Try and get in this building. There's a good window you can hold the line. You just need to defeat enough enemies that Victor starts running again. This window.
Check your fire. We gotta take this guy alive.
And I said, make sure you don't hit Vic. Because he's right in the middle of it all. Like, at this point, he already knows you're out to capture him, so of course he's going to stand out in the middle. It's like, he knows you're not going to shoot him. He's like, oh, fucking get out of my crosshairs, Vic. I nearly shot him down. He's going to see he's going to start moving again, so we need to be back out on the chase.
Go after him. We'll stay here and kick these bastards off your back. Stop! Go to the alley on the left!
Got through this alley, like, not just because the game tells you to, but because you avoid all the enemies. You get here, be fucking ready, because there's going to be a few more peeps. I think you can chuck a grenade through this gap. Yes, you can.
2 hostiles coming up on your right flank.
So yeah, check behind you. The bit said on your right flank, so do actually check. Hey dude, I want your gun, so I'm going to need ammo for my... If you haven't noticed, I'm not using the RPG because there's no real need to.
I got moving on the south.
Moving on rooftop!
Not enough? No, that just kind of annoyed him. Oh jeez.
Nice one.
You died, thank you.
Hostiles on the second floor to your right.
Oh, there's intel in there, by the way, if you want to get more. In this build. Ow!
Multiple hostiles
Oh,
on
that's
the other
just
side of that
an annoying
iron fence.
checkpoint.
Hostiles coming up on your right flank. Yeah, you got them.
Kobe. Oh, I did get in there. I don't know if the enemies in there spawned yet, but I did get something in there. For another one, just good measure.
Hostiles on the second floor to your right. I got movement on the rooftops.
Oh, they hadn't spawned yet. Okay. No, I'll keep the RPD just in case.
One guy behind the overturned dumpster.
Enemy by the dumpster, copy.
Oh, this dumpster. Well, he's not there now.
Enemies coming your way. Alley on your left side.
You bitch, you weren't dead.
Multiple hostiles on
Oh,
the other side
fuck
of that
you.
iron
What a
fence.
terrible fucking checkpoint. Hang on. Get rid of these two long before they become a threat. That was a viciously bad checkpoint. What the fuck? So far back.
Hostiles on the second floor to your right. Multiple
Weapon kick
hostiles
threw
on
me
the
off
other
way
side
too
of that
much.
iron fence.
So it's supposed to be two people. Oh, we put the AK instead. Sure, whatever.
Hostiles on the second floor to your right. Yeah, you got them. I got movement on the rooftops.
Movement on rooftop, copy.
But I hope we're all doing well today. I know we kind of just jumped straight into the fire today with the stream. But the reason why I wanted to try and get a move on and try and jump straight into it immediately is because if we get this done quick enough, I'll transition to Alice Sophie 2, because as I've been saying all week, and it was in the update video,
One guy
or the
behind
schedule
overturned
video,
dumpster.
Enemy by the dumpster,
I am taking the next couple days off after this because I'm going to be out of town. Where the Can you guys get him? Oh, is he on the... Oh! Okay, I'll take it back. No, can you guys get that? What the... Where was he?
Multiple hostiles on the other side of that iron fence. Hostiles on the second floor to your right. Yeah, you got him. I got movement on the rooftops.
movement on rooftop, copy.
Mind out for fucking exploding cars.
Nice one. One guy behind the overturned dumpster.
Enemy by the dumpster, copy.
That was a bit bold, but fuck it. Haven't got that checkpoint yet, so oh, there we go. There's that checkpoint. I said to bitch a little. Guys, what are you doing?
Two tangos.
The mission ends in that building. Yes, this mission is actually that short, as I immediately get eviscerated.
Enemies coming your way. Alley on your left side. Two tangos. Watch for the green car around the corner.
What I'm doing here, you should be doing all mission, but I just kind of forgot for a second.
Yeah, all clear.
Once it's all clear, go with a push up here, and the moment they open fire, just duck and wait.
We are taking heavy fire from a fortified position on the 5th floor.
So you got this guy, you got all these fucks. No, just wait. This helicopter's going to come in and do the work for you. Wait until it's finished before you run out, because there will be like a... Yeah, this why it shoots over here as well. There's going to be a couple guys here that will gun you down. There are a few enemies in this building, you can fucking tell. But this is the last part of the mission. This mission's really fucking short. The only thing you have to be wary of is, this is a very tight building.
Northeast part of the building, 2nd floor.
And so it's very easy for things to just go wrong. Especially when some of them have fucking shotguns. You have to push, annoyingly, but you can... like, if you can push forward enough, you can encourage your guys to move forward as well. Like, see that with Griggs, because I push at the door, he pushed a little. On any other difficulty, blazing claymores, yeah. On any other difficulty, I'd recommend picking up the shotty, but the shotgun's inconsistency, with it being, you know, a shotgun, will be your fucking end. Alright, we got a checky, so I'm feeling a little bit more confident. And we are still playing on veteran for the record. Good. So hi, one man. Hope you're doing well. Fucking Christ. Obviously, don't get too fucking carried away, though.
I think on your left, 1 floor above. There's a staircase in the north corner.
Oh, we just got a checkpoint, so I got that checky confidence kicking in.
Target is moved deeper into the building.
Oh, okay, we're pretty much done. If we just wait, the helicopter will deal with these guys. Hey! I say go all for it, dude. I'm surprised you weren't really doing it too much. I know you said before you did up one point, but I'm surprised you're leaning into it more. If you can do something, never do it for free, huh?
Okay, all targets neutralized. You're good to go. I have movement on the roof. Stand by. Yep,
Oh, we're done, by the way. This mission's over.
Target
So this
is
mission's
on the
very
roof.
short.
He's all yours.
Plus premium. It's both Knights of Azure games in the catalog. Yeah, that's how I played them. You don't have to get them on the premium. There's only on the extra, the middle offer. But it's how I experienced them. It's like, well, it's 2 Gus games that are fucking free. Might as well.
Take his weapon and restrain him.
But as I said before, the place, if you can, get the PC version when it's Knights of Azure 2. Knights of Azure 1, the game functions perfectly fine on any version. Knights of Azure 2, the PlayStation version, is really fucking crashy. And for a game that doesn't have autosave, you notice that shit. Also, there goes our only lead to try and get Zakhaev. So there's Act 2's grand ending.
Shit, it's got some issues.
Base plate, this is Bravo 6. Zakhaev's son is dead. We're coming home.
Zakhaev's son, knowing that he was going to be used, took his own life before we could get him.
Won't let this go unanswered. Let's go.
It was more problematic though, because the main big bad terrorist, well, his son's dead now, so he's not going to be too happy about that. As we now break into Act 3. In Act 3...
so-called leaders.
Yes, now you can see he's warning us now.
Destroyed our culture.
The only mission... Well, the entirety of Act 3 is pretty hard on Veteran, because it's the hardest difficulty and it's the last act. But the only mission that's a genuine threat is no fighting in the war room. Because the whole mission's on a time limit, so you have to keep pushing forward. It's another time limit with infinite respawning enemies, so you have to push. And any instance that shows up on Veteran can be murderous.
Or suffer the consequences.
It's quite simple. Either we retake the launch facility or we won't recognize the world tomorrow.
Yeah, Zakhaev, because fucking villains in war games, has access to nukes all of a sudden. Well, I say all of a sudden. It's been implied all game that he has some real superpowers with him. So we need to go take that launch facility before he uses them.
idea, sir.
So literally, the price is right. We either stop him or we won't recognize the world tomorrow. So our first mission, called Ultimatum, starts with us trying to get towards that facility. And I love the start of this. You all land in your parachutes, you all start there, and Captain Push goes, "Where's Griggs?" It's like he landed elsewhere. We have to go find him. I was like, what the fuck? This is how you start Act 3? One of your members just fucking vanishes. But I loved it. I loved these things in the older games. So that they had a little bit of a wink here and there.
Tango down. Move.
Oh, also, one man. Actually, I'm going to quickly do it now. So I'll quickly pause this for a sec. There's one specific music track I need you to listen to. It's not in the highest quality because, unfortunately, it's a leaked track, not a of the official release yet. So it's just like the leaker thing. But fuck, dude, you need to listen to it. It is, I kid you not, a boss theme, one of many boss themes in the upcoming Sonic Frontiers. And when you listen to it, hopefully you'll understand why I'm so fucking hyped for Sonic Frontiers if this is the fucking boss theme. When you... I'll put it in chat if you get a chance. There, then we get... Now we get back to this. I haven't listened to much of the soundtrack because I want to go in blind, but that one track I did happen to stumble upon and listen to, and I was like, oh fuck, as I get murdered.
We're on our way. Bravo 6 out.
Oh, I pushed you way back here. Well, I guess it's supposed to be a small confrontation, and I immediately fucked it up.
Contact front. Enemy vehicle. Tango down. Move.
So apparently every major boss has its own boss theme, and it's like, I don't want to listen to them all, but I have, because I want to go in blind with it, but I heard that one, I was like, oh fuck, yeah, I don't want to hear the rest of these, because this is badass.
Enemy inside. Tango down. Got it.
Oh, sorry guys, you got in the way.
That's a kill. All clear. They must have bricks in one of those houses.
I don't think there's a unique trophy for this mission. Off the top of my head, there might be, but I honestly can't remember.
Keep it quiet. Move.
Because I'm all of me is my favorites. Yeah, like it's not in the best quality, but like holy fuck, right? Right? Like, I was like, holy shit. Sonic Frontiers is going in. Bring me the Horizon vibe. Yeah.
Room clear.
I said every major boss in the game has its own theme song. That's only one of them. But so I don't want to listen to the rest because I want to experience them blind. I just happened to stumble across that one and I was like, oh, if this is just one of the boss themes, we're in for a fucking treat here, musically, you know? Right, you gotta wait for everyone else to finish clearing the rooms.
Regroup on me downstairs. Copy that.
And we get here, which is... I want to say the hardest section. I'm going to say that out loud, and there's going to be something later on that's going to kill me a bunch. But this gunfight, you have to walk out, and then it starts, you're kind of left in the open. So try and immediately book it to a good position before you worry about that. Fuck! Okay, that's where they spawned. Man, this song is so good. I misplaced where they spawned. I was right in front of them. I had my nose under there. Literally under there. I mean, alternatively, you can run out to trigger the spawn, then run back in. Like, I can do this, and then immediately just go back in. Like, Gaz has got the right idea, and then just hold the line for a sec. Oh, I didn't run out enough, god damn it. For fuck's sake, come on. Did we not get spotted? Because they only come out if you got spotted. Maybe we didn't get spotted. Did I actually stealth that? Trying to be overly aggressive? The fuck?
We're running out of time.
I did! What the hell? I was... What? How did I accidentally stealth that? What? I even shot the door. Oh, there are people in here. You can hear Greg, so we are on the right path.
Floor clear. Proceed upstairs.
This is the door. You can hear him on the other side of it.
Looks like this is the place.
I got a press pass with... Oh, damn, that's badass. With Idea Factory. I have a, it's not the same as a press pass. I have a, like, loyalty membership with Idea Factory. So I get like 10 or 15% discounts if I buy from their store. Because I've been with them for, like, ages.
About damn time. I was starting to think you guys were gonna leave me behind.
That was my first thought, but your ass had all the C4. You alright?
Yeah, I'm good to go.
Alright, now we got Greg, so we can carry on with the actual mission. And also, and it doesn't happen that much anymore, unfortunately, but it happened with Death End Request 2 and Dragonstar Varnir. I got both of them like 5 days early because of it. Damn, that's really badass. So you literally got the like review. You get the review codes essentially. It doesn't have an embargo on release dates. Yeah, of course. But so I had a physical edition of Dragonstar Varnir's collector's editions. I think it was 3 days before it came out, and a physical edition of the collector's edition of Death End Request 2, like a straight week before it was out. I finished it before the game was officially released.
Charlie 6, what's your
Until release date.
Team 2 in position at the perimeter. Waiting on you to kill the tower.
But I didn't. But what I did, because I got them so early, I just wrote. Well, with Death End Request 2, that one I did a let's play of it. That almost the second it became like a live version. Whilst with Dragonstar, I wrote a review for it.
Charge is set. Everyone get clear.
So dang, how are you considering how many Japanese limited editions I brought over the years? Right, back way up. And for this, that will disrupt their communications tower, so they will be in the dark just long enough that our other crew can try and get into that center. You've been a fan of Combo Heart, and I've been for 11 freaking years. Jeez, yeah, that's literally double the time I have been. Because I hopped in like 2017, 2018, so like 4 or 5 years, soon to be 6 because we're already close to 2023.
Okay, we're through. Bravo 6 will wait for you at the rally point. Out. Roger, Team 2. We're on our way. Out.
Get that fence open.
What the heck is flying in front of my face? Oh, it's like a bunch of moths. I was like, what the fuck is this in my face? Been to it since 2011. The days are Agorest on the 360. Jeez. Because that was the crazy thing. I think I've said this before. I've been aware of Neptunia since like Mark II's release, and it was always one of those things of, oh, I'd love to give it a try, but I didn't have a PS3 as a when I was younger. I had a 360, so I just didn't get to play them. And by the time I had the ability to go get them, I was kind of in the mindset of, oh, there's way too many games, I don't know where to begin, blah blah blah. And I happened to stumble across this one odd video in like 2017 or 2018, whenever it was, that broke down that there's only 4 main titles, and these are what they are, this is what their remakes are. And I was like, well, if it's that simple, I can just hop in there and I'll give it a go, and the rest was history. I will take the Dragonov for now. Oh, never mind. That bit at the door isn't the hardest part. I thought this was next mission. No, this is the hardest part of the mission. Never mind. I thought this was in the next one. What you need to know is that it's not infinitely respawning, but holy shit, there's a lot more here than you think there are. Well, I wouldn't have been able to have both PSP and Vita if my body didn't cut me a steal of a deal. Fair, dude. And to go for PSP and Vita for 100. Jesus, yeah, that's real badass. I managed to get a Vita, like, not too long after they were discontinued. Because obviously, like, once they were discontinued, the prices started to creep up. But I managed to get it when it's only like just started to, if that makes sense. So the price was actually pretty dirt cheap.
Enemy RPGs on the rooftop!
Oh yeah, preemptively get this guy. Worth mentioning, if you die and have to respawn, the respawning here affects the spawning of the RPG guys. There's 2 scripted sequences that have to happen before you can try and push on. The first is the RPGs on the rooftop. The second is that a helicopter's going to come in. You can actually hear it. Here it is.
Heads up! Choppers inbound!
These are the 2 scripted sequences. And the beauty of the scripted sequence is that if you pay enough attention, you can stop most of them before... Well, I'm not that good at it, but you can stop most of them before they land. If you've got good aim and good reflex, you can kill them in the air. Understand, the reason why I said this section is kind of hard is not because the section itself is brutal, it's because the checkpointing system in this game once again decides to stop throwing you a bone. We've yet to pop a checkpoint since we got to this point. And yeah, we're not doing too much, but it doesn't change the fact you make one step up, you have to do this whole section again. And you might notice there's red barrels, there are explosive barrels. The amount of times I think I've got someone and then I run past a barrel and it just happens to get shot. I'm going to push up a little bit. As I said, if you push up, it encourages the AI of your teammates to do the same. Destroy them before you push that, for the love of God. The amount of times when I was practicing, I went there, not realizing those barrels are there, and then got blown up from behind. Because an enemy shot that instead of me. Because enemy AI is smart enough to do that. Even in these much older games. If you're near a barrel, they will prioritize the barrel and not you.
Tango down.
And if the barrel goes off, it's an insta-kill, so fucking... yeah. Be wary. It's actually kind of ironic, because in the later Call of Duties, the AI stops doing that. They will only ever focus on you. Which makes it more... fucking have that back, you bitch. He's throwing more... I don't know where's safe. Where's it? Okay. So I don't know where that enemy is.
Give me some covering fire.
All I know is that he keeps on throwing fucking grenades at me, so he's somewhere. Where? Where the hell are you? You up here? That's Gaz. I need to shot Gaz. Recon encourages the opposite. In what sense? As it encourages you to keep hold of the explosive barrels, or encourages you to be near them. Are we near the end of this mission? I can't remember. It's like, I really thought this was a part of the next mission and not in Ultimatum. I thought this was in All In. Because you got this, you got All In, you got no fighting in the war room, and then you got Game Over, and then we're done. Because Mile High Club is a bonus mission, which I'll give a few attempts, but it's 99% luck, even when you've got the strategy down. Strategize rather than force yourself forward. Oh, right, fair enough. But that makes sense, because Ghost Recon by nature, excuse me, was supposed to be more strategy, whilst these older CODs were supposed to be more arcadey, so they make it so the difficulty is on how you push through the enemy. It actually makes some of these older Call of Duties kind of fun to speedrun. Not on like the same level as some other games, but because of the nature of the game will only move forward when you move forward, it naturally encourages a speedrunning mindset if you know how to handle it when you think about it. I'd argue Modern Warfare 2 more so and Modern Warfare 3 less so, because Modern Warfare 3 has a lot more scripted sequences. But you get the idea.
All clear.
Checkpoint read. I'm trying to remember which way we have to go. Oh fuck, I saw that RPG immediately. Hang on, I'm gonna back up. Yeah. I saw the guns in that hand. There's also enemies that pop up in that window, so be wary.
Man down.
Fucking have that back. Oh god, okay. Veteran showing why Veteran is Veteran again. If you're in a spot that they can't shoot at, they just throw infinite grenades at you until they catch you. Ow, ow, fuck! No one's going to cover my flank? What the hell? So, Yumetsu So Remaster is pretty odd even for a visual novel. Okay, how so? Is it just written weird, or is the actual story and contents of it weird, kind of like weird?
RPGs on the rooftops. Covering fire.
Like, is it weird? Is it written weirdly, or is it like fucking Mary Skelter, where it's just like fucking kind of morbid when you think about it? Stories, what's weird? I'll say that Mary Skelter isn't a visual novel, but you get what I mean with its storytelling. It could, like, that game gets fucking whack at points. All of them do. Main character's Vanilla Yuri Girl, but she's the same one. Oh god, I hit dogs. Ah! Oh, you bitch! Oh! Huh? Do you know what happened? Both of those dog attacks, I failed the quick time event, and a teammate shot the dog before it killed me. Fucking hell, that's why I was so confused for a second. I failed both of those quick time events, and I got saved by an AI shooting the dog both times. Holy shit, I should have been dead. Lana, obsessed voice actress, and she's first scene she sees to be a lolly to scam a teller. What the fuck?
West of us.
It's alright, I'm trying to recoup after what the hell just happened with those dogs. I've never had the AI save me like that, so I had to kind of process that. So this is why I brought the Dragonov along. Just when there's a few more to clean up, you might as well just do this. If I recall, the Dragonov has the worst damage of any sniper rifle, but it's also semi-auto, so that's the trade-off. There's also a maid who constantly makes banana puns. Do you think it might be like an in-joke with the company then, with the whole banana thing? You know, like how Gus seemed to have a really big thing for barrels, and I was like, that's kind of a weird in-joke with them, that you even know you know sort of thing. Petite girl bathes in a sink.
Bravo 6, be advised.
And what genre would you say it is? Not as in like visual novel, I think like, is it more horror-y? Is it more cryptic? Is it more like... Is it just like fun city games? Like, what? One can only hope. Oh, I way overshot that. So this guy with an RPG right in my head. Can we get rid of him? It's more Yuri Moe Blob, but it's just got some weird moments. Then I'm confounding. I haven't. My practice run of this game wasn't that long ago. I don't remember this section being in this mission. I thought it was at the start of All In. All In starts way later than I remember it doing. It also means All In's a lot shorter than I remember it being, because at this rate, All In's going to be 2 rooms. The get past the tank and destroy the 2 before you can go in through the roof. Centered around characters that develop games, I like the anime New Game. Oh, fair enough. Oh, so it's sort of like, to make any kind of comparison, sort of like how like the main characters in Death and Request 1 like work for a video game company. Is there another enemy here? My guys aren't pushing up, so it makes me nervous. Oh, now they're pushing up. Okay, so we're probably good. For some reason, we keep seeing the sister of the main character being cold and hating towards her sister. And instead of an explanation, it just calls the main a demon. From one of those Doga Koba shows. Oh, okay. Yeah, now I get what you mean.
Bravo 6, Sniper Team 2, coming out of the tree line to the south.
Oh, these are our guys, don't shoot them.
Hold your fire.
Yeah, these are the Americans that are helping us out.
Good to see you guys made it.
And we are
We'll
done
give
with
you
this
sniper
mission, and this
cover
has to be
once
the
you're
end of
inside
it.
the perimeter. What the
Because
that?
We got a problem here.
Zakhaev has launched the nuke. There it goes.
There's another one.
And there's 2. Now we have a global crisis. We have 2 fucking nuclear missiles just sent up to hit the American shores.
Satellites are tracking them now.
Because it wouldn't be a war game if it wasn't the Russia shooting nukes at America. It's like they're fucking stuck in the Cold War.
It's on now.
It's so offbeat that when I'm not irritated, I'm having a hard time connecting. That's a shame. Are you going to try and stick it through, or are you just going to... You think you'll drop it? Are you going to stick it through and see where it goes a little? Because it might be like deliberately disconnected, but then when it comes together, it all makes sense, sort of thing. I'm going to get a solid shot. Fair. I mean, I did that once. Earlier this year, there was a new game called Anno Mutationum. And I did a stream on it, and at the end of the first stream, I was like, I don't like this game. It's really not for me. I'm really not clicking with it. It's not for me, sort of thing. But a lot of people encouraged me to just give it another shot, and I was like, alright, fine. The second stream, it really turned it around. I still have problems with it. Basically, the entire first act, I think, is way too slow. But once you get to Act 2 onwards, the game's super fun. The only other problem I had is that the game kind of ends a little suddenly. I know the post-game elaborates on a lot more of its plot details, but it still doesn't change the fact that when the credits roll, you're like, wait, what? There's still a lot we haven't explained yet. But it was a fun game. Being in a cyberpunk-themed world, being a badass lady with a pixel art style, going around kicking ass, trying to find out the truth of like a government mystery. It was fun. It was really fucking slow and like took a really long time to get going, and it just really tired me out on the first couple hours. But then once I gave it another shot, I enjoyed it a lot more. So like, it can work out sometimes. Oh, it's really not worth it on Veteran, but if you decide to go super wide, so pressing through the gate, over there's a car with an RPG on it, and you can also blow up a hole in this wall to get an alternate entrance. But the reason why I say I don't really recommend it is because you're more in the firing line. You're literally, the tank's right fucking there. No. Going for it. Never mind. Alright, alternate idea then. Let's pick up this RPG just for a sec, and then we'll put it back down afterwards. There we go. We will need this RPG properly later, because there's another point where there's two tanks, and obviously on Veteran, trying to get close enough to do so is a nightmare, but that's for later. The main meat of this mission is just trying to get through this first section then. Because this mission really is only 2 sections then. It's this first area and then destroy the 2 tanks in the next.
We can't go this way, we gotta head right!
Oh, yeah, right. The game very politely saying enemies are infinitely respawning in that direction, so you need to go around. There's 2 intel here. There's one in this section, one in the next. If you ever see me do this when I'm talking about intel, it's because it tells you in the top right. And a lot of the time I don't remember where they are. But if I can at least give you an idea of where you should be searching, so there's one in this area and one in the next, clear all the enemies and start running around, you'll find it eventually.
We're gonna need some more ground support, son. Already got it covered, quick.
Oh, I think the damage I took made the weapon kick go way higher, so I probably missed that grenade. But yeah, hopefully that game's a slow burn, and it ends up turning around and being interesting. But I guess, at the same time, they can't all be winners. I mean, you just gotta see how it goes. I kinda wanna push over to where Price is, but I think it's a bit bold. Ah, fuck it, going for it! Whoa, okay, it was kinda bold, but we made it. These things that are on some of the characters' backs, that's how we're getting in through the roof. We're literally gonna use these saws to drill through. That's a fucking grenade throw. I saw that in the air. Tragically, you can't shoot grenades in midair. That would just be too fun for fucking Activision. Like, grenades don't have a physical hitbox. It's the explosion that has the hurt box. But how they're structuring things, it's like they're slowly burning in a way where they throw darts against the wall for character gimmicks and weaving in post-edit. Yeah, at least personally, I despise that when games do it, because it's just like, come on, no. I understand writing interesting characters and then finding a story for them, because, you know, some of the most beloved writers in the world do that.
Use them to take out the armor from long range!
Data Live's a perfect example of that. It's part of the reason why I don't think the story in Data Live's that good, because with Data Live, all the characters were written first, and then he wrote the story around it. And the proof is the fact that Kurumi was going to be the main character. But when he wrote the plot, he realized that what he wanted to do with Kurumi wouldn't work if she was the main character, so they changed her from a hero to literally one of the main villains of the earlier
Through the
books.
gate, let's go!
And it was even bolder considering she was supposed to be the main character. And what did she end up as? She didn't show up until book fucking 3. Well, that's kind of a leap. It's kind of a bold leap this fucker took. I don't know, structure often to re-hit or miss and the writers. I mean, yeah, like, throwing ideas at the dartboard approach, you have to be extremely careful about how it interlocks, but writing the character first and the story later isn't necessarily bad. I do it, for goodness sake. But I usually, it's kind of like a two-way thing. Like, it'll be, I have a general blueprint of what I want for the plot, then I write the characters, and then I worry about, like, the details of the plot. So it's kind of like a middle ground. I don't just write characters and say, okay, how they all fit in. This one I want to try and get with C4. The other one we'll try and get with an RPG, because I know where one is. I just need that tank to not gun me down.
Let's go!
I need it when the game says throw the smoke grenade for him to not be able to then see me through the smoke grenade. I mean, I could back up and try and go back and get that other RPG, but it only have one shot, and you need two to take this thing down. Because the other RPG is, I think it's that hangar. There's an RPG in the back, and you can use it to try and take out the tank that's over there. I don't think you can. I know you're supposed to use it, but I don't think it will count if I do this. Oh, it will. Never mind. Fuck. Okay. Just do that then. Just do that then. Don't run up the plant the C4. Fucking just throw the C4. The game will register it. Oh, jeez. Okay, fine. I'm leaving. But the other tank's going to be in the back corner. So I'm going to try and go this way. The book series, I told you, I'm pretty fire and writing is a good mix of your gender bending and corporate commentary. Fuck, if you can do it, go for it, dude. That sounds crazy. Mine's like I said, mine's just a full fantasy book. I mean, it stars the main character, Azel. Like, I guess if you want to pretend it's a social commentary thing, when it really isn't. It's just how I write characters. She's gay because she dates a woman in the course of the book, but that's just, I guess, it for that kind of quote-unquote social commentary. But even then, the only reason that happens is because when I write characters, every character I write at first is genderless. And then I give them their name and gender later. They're just character A, character B, character C. That sort of thing. And it was only later on, it's like, well, character A and character C are going to end up dating. But I think it works best if character A is a woman. And then when I was writing character C, it's like, well, the story I think would work better if it was a woman. Okay, well, they're gay now. You know, that's kind of just how it settles. Oh, this is an enemy spawn point. I got tired of all the ending the same way. I mean, yeah, like, I've said before, but one of the, like, there's a lot of tropes surrounding Yuri characters, or gay characters in any kind of Western media as well, that really annoy me, because it feels like it's always the ones that show up, which is, if it's a gay couple, it's destined to go wrong. One of them will die. Or if it's a gay relationship, they will be, like, more negative and, like, Western stereotype, like, secretly hate each other than anything else. And it's like, it's always annoyed the shit out of me. So when Blue Reflection Second Light had a very, very healthy love between two of the girls, and they both survive, I was like, shit. Thank you. They don't do the tropes. Or the other trope that, but we're both girls. That one. Which, to be fair, Al does say that line, but she says it ironically. Like, she says knowing she says it knowing the trope sort of thing. Like, she's kind of winking a little when she says it. Because that's well after they kind of established that Uta has a crush on Al. Yeah, though it's the same thing I'm doing. Like, obviously I'm not going to go into details. I don't want to give the game away and spoil shit. But I'm not going to do those tropes with Azol and Ellie. With both girls, the ones that pay off my awkwardness to be a couple. Yeah, if they actually become a couple, it's fine. It's... But it's when it's used to kind of, like, just be, like, the ha-ha, laugh-it-off moment of the game, then it annoys the shit out of me. Anyway, we got the other RPG. Me too, part of your story isn't continuing well. Yeah. Actually, is that close enough? Now I know this is a thing. I'm like, am I feeling bold? Fucking that counts. I didn't even hit the vehicle. I can't, but if you ever do the veteran campaign of this mission, just fucking do that. Just do that. Don't run up to plant it and don't do the 2 RPGs. Just throw a fucking C4. This mission's done. The second piece of intel is in one of these hangars, so before you head over here, just go check all the hangars and you'll find it. Alternatively, at this point, all the enemies will be despawned, so you can just backtrack the whole mission if you want to. Stop looking for both of them. Yuri subtext that gets every fan in the series hype for Yuri ship, and then they ditch it like bloody cowards. Yeah. Yeah, hint, hint, Idea Factory. Fucking, you've been keeping that Nep and Noir shit for years. Do something with it.
Squad, hook up!
Okay, you're in.
Alright, now it's time for the last hard part of the game. We're probably going to be here a while. Chekhov's gun not being fired. Yeah, exactly. I think some up in a meme. Uh-oh. Oh, is it going to be that you're going to do something with this, right? And it's just like the Stone Cold Anakin face. You're going to do something with this, right? Right? You know, that one Star Wars meme where it's the princess and Anakin.
Roger. Come on, what's the bad news? The bad news is we're still trying to get those abort codes. Over. The hell with it. We'll give it our best shot. Out.
Right. This fucking mission. I said the main threat of this mission is that the entire mission is on a time limit. Well, when you're in this bit where you're just walking through... I didn't get rid of the RPG. Fucking Christ. Go ahead, Captain Price. We're going to do close quarters combat. I'm ready. I'm ready. Also, yeah, if you haven't noticed, in Act 3, the weapons you have when you finish a mission will get fully reloaded and become your weapons for the next one. They're not preset like they are through Act 1 and Act 2. They're supposed to feel like one huge section, so your weapons carry over. You just get restocked. So that's why I have 4 extra rockets now all of a sudden. But I am going to try and get rid of this RPG immediately. But as soon as you start the conflict, the game will give you your time limit and you need to get moving.
Yankee 6 out. Captain Price, we're sending your team the abort codes you'll need to auto-destruct the missiles in flight. You have 9 minutes before those
9 minutes. Depending on what difficulty you're on, depends on the timer. If you're on the easiest difficulty, they give you like 20 minutes. But it's infinite respawning enemies, and the whole mission's on a time limit. Get moving, bitch. I think on my practice one, I did it with like 2 minutes to spare, which is still a fair amount of time, but at the same time, shit. Your easiest strat for this is respect flash grenades and keep moving forward. Respect flash grenades, use these side rooms, and just keep trying to move forward. Flash grenades will buy you a second every time you use one. So make that second the most valuable second of your life. Case in point, that's what I mean. When you throw a flash grenade, make it the most valuable fucking couple seconds of your life, because you'll be right out in the open, but you can clean up. Oh, you're right there. Alright, you're gonna see me, like, we've managed to do this whole first section in a minute. We managed to get this checkpoint. Now it's time for the next hard bit. This is 3 lanes. and all the enemies will circumvent them, so you need to pick one that you're going to go down and stick to it whilst checking all of your fucking flank points. Because enemies will be coming up behind us, and there'll be people ahead. So I'm going to get another flash in, get my second of privacy. Or not, that guy was too around the corner, so I missed. If you can push forward enough, your teammates will push forward as well. Oh, fuck. But equally, when I did this on my practice run, I didn't kill all the enemies in this section. Or even most of them. I killed enough to get through, and then kept my head down and ran, and managed to just twig the checkpoint. And hopefully I won't have to do it this time, because if I can make a more structured way of helping you, I'd rather take it, but this isn't even the hardest part. The hardest part's the next part. The next part is the reason why this mission is a threat. And I say that out loud, I'm now going to do it in one attempt. It'd be nice if I did. Going for it. Okay, we got the checkpoint. So now we're in the hardest part of the mission. This shit. There's an enemy that is staring down the corridor there, but there's another one right on the other one as well. You need to bait both of them out. Because if you only bait one out, the other one will gun you down before you can get a good sightline on them. Why I'm doing this so much, because I'm trying to bait one of them out so I can stand a better chance. If you just try and sprint through, it's literally a perfect vertical. You will just get gunned down. There he is. Fuck, I was trying to be cheeky. No way this bitch lived.
What's going on? What are they saying? I started a bloody countdown. Sakaya's gonna launch the remaining missiles. Keep moving.
Oh. With a prone, usually I get away with a lot of stuff in prone. On veteran difficulty, all the AI are robots, so it's usually not in your best interest unless you've got some kind of bump that they'll hit instead. I do sometimes, but very rarely in this. In Modern Warfare 2, I'll be proning a lot more because they're slightly less robotic in that game. But speaking of, I won't dive into Modern Warfare 2's campaign straight away, because MW2 I have less knowledge on the mission, so even though it's easier as a whole than this game, I'll probably be at it for longer, just because I'm not as experienced with it. Whilst a lot of MW1, it's like my backyard, because I used to play this game a lot when I was a kid. I don't know if I got him. I didn't. Hide here, because enemies are going to literally fall through this door. And for some reason will outgun you even when you're shooting at them fucking first. What the fuck was that? What the actual holy shit was that? I won that gunfight. The fuck you on about, game? He's like, I was aiming dead at him, shooting at him, and somehow he outgunned me and won. But fuck that bullshit. Oh, I've still got this flash in my hand. This is why I wish I got rid of my RPG before I came down here, so I could swap to something else. Okay, I definitely heard I got someone. Actually, give me that. We've got 5 minutes yet, and we've only got one more section after this, so I can take this a little slower. Bolting through the first 2 sections allowed me to take the what I consider the hardest one a lot slower, so of course I'm going to take it. So if you're playing on easier difficulties, they give you far more time. It's just on this one, they basically say fuck you, figure it out. Speaking of the game just being a dick, that guy was waiting for... Do you mind? This is my safe room. Why do all the enemies just run in here? I'm surprised I lived. Two enemies just running in the room with me like that.
Go, go, go!
Okay, surprised to say that all the other enemies have to be dead. Alright, one more section. Oh, I just realised both of these guns share the same ammo, so that's why I've got 811 bullets.
What's your status? Over.
Guys, we're in position. Open the outer door to launch control.
Roger, we're on it.
Alright, open the door, Gaz.
Stand by. Almost there.
It's gonna just swing open and we're ready to shoot. You
Got
watch.
it. Door's coming online now.
It's gonna just fly open. It'll be super fast. Come on. Any second now, it's gonna go woo! And we're just big da da da, and there'll be loads of enemies. We're good to go.
Oh, you gotta be shitting me.
Guys, can't you make it open faster?
Negative, sir. But you can try pulling it if it makes you feel better. Cheeky bastard.
Try and get preemptively here. Now the bit's over. Let's just preemptively get here, because enemies will be running through. So you try and catch a few suckers. This is the last real section. As I said, there is one more after this, but the way it's handled when you get there, you've got a lot more backup, so you're already kind of on the up end. Oh, I don't know where I am. I don't know where I am to know if I'm safe or not. I just know I'm taking damage. Oh, you bitch. He died with that grenade in his hand, so it just kind of rolled in. But look at our timer already. This is what I mean, but it's like you can take that middle section slow, but you do have to kind of keep moving. You only got 2.5 minutes now to do the rest of the mission. All we need to do is get in there, that corridor there. Then we've got 2 minutes after we're going to blow up this wall. 2 minutes to kill everyone in that room and press a button.
At the southeast side of the launch control room, standing by. Are you at the firewall? Over. Affirmative. Preparing to breach. Soap, plant the explosives. Go.
All right, now there's a checkpoint. We just need to kill everyone in this room. Don't be careful where you're shooting though. You do have teammates in here because your squad's up, around. They're up there. Because we're basically the behind flank, so the front lines is over there. Oh, bitch.
Affirmative. Preparing to breach. Soap, plant the explosives. Go. Go, go, go. Going in. We'll watch for enemy reinforcements.
And with a minute 37, 36, 35, a minute 35 to spare, we did it.
Stand by. Stand by. Bravo 6, all warheads have been confirmed destroyed.
Like we managed to make it so the abort code kicked in and the missiles destroyed in mid-flight.
Sir, check the security feed. It's the can. He's taking off.
Captain Price, this is Gaz at the security station. They came in by trucks. I'm thinking we can use all of these to get the hell out of here. I'm sending you the coordinates to the vehicle depot. Roger that. We'll meet you at the vehicle depot. Out. Everyone follow me. Let's go.
All teams, this is command. Recommend you exfil from the area immediately. Large numbers of hostile forces are converging on your position. Get out of there now.
If you've got to that section and hit the button, I'm not going to say you've won, but you've definitely done the hardest part.
We got company!
Like, what's left in the game is not as bad as what you've just done. You're on the home stretch to beat the game on veteran. Because we've got getting through this corridor, killing the last batch of enemies, and then game over is extremely scripted. There's a section near the start that you can die at a fair bit, but that's more luck than judgment, trust me. That's a flash. So if you can get past that, yeah, you've won, because you can just keep your head down for the rest of the mission in the second half and still win. That being said, if you're going for the trophy of get a single kill with every single gun, the last one and done gun is in game over. One of the enemies drops an M60 E14 or E4, whatever one it is, and it's like the only time in the game that weapon exists. So if you want to get one of it, you need to kind of push out to the front line and get it, but obviously don't do that in fucking veteran. Go do it in recruit, where you can run up and knife the prick if you need to. But if you can get those three and you don't have the trophy, it's just pick up enemies, like pick up guns from enemies and just keep powering through. You will get it. Because all the rest of, like, most guns are in multiple missions. So as long as you just go through it casually and then just pick up every new gun you find and shoot, you'll get it. It's just the Desert Eagle in the ship, the M16s in War Pig, and the M60 E14 in Game Over are all one of a kind, so you need to go get them. Alright, last gunfight. You just need to make it to those trucks at the end. Alright, we're good. Alright, now we're on to game over. I said game over, like the opening section, you have to shoot trucks chasing you, and you don't have... Your cover isn't, like, complete cover. If the enemies get too close, you won't be safe, so you have to kind of be a bit precise in your timing when you reload.
Primary exfil point has been compromised. Proceed to secondary extraction south of bridge.
Because if you mistime it, you'll get gunned down regardless, even if you try to hide. But once you get past that, the rest of it is extremely scripted until the credits roll, sort of thing.
A lager, maybe, or a glass of water like you drink, and a pint of stout.
I'm gonna have to school y'all both when we get back stateside.
Yeah, well, either way, we're stopping in London first. And I'm buying.
Well, at least the world didn't end. Hit it.
I said, and I will give Mile High Club a few attempts afterwards, but there's no way in hell I'm going to try and beat it. Because it's just not worth the hassle. Oh, this is the only time you get your guns reset in this chunk of the game, by the way. But this section, you need to keep on top and time your reloads. Because this, look, you see, when they're here, the enemies can still shoot you.
Not good enough, Waifus. When we get his head. Truck moving up to the left.
And if you can't get on top of the enemy kills before it happens, that'll happen instead. That's what you'll be rewarded with, so to speak. There's 3 trucks that need to go before you can get a checkpoint.
Bravo 6. What's the status on that helicopter, over?
Wow, okay, that just... I was like, yeah, I could probably get him from the hip. He's close enough. No, never mind.
This is Bravo 6. What's the status on that helicopter, over?
How did he outwin that gunfight? What? I thought I got him. And you can't prone in this because it's too small. You don't have enough space.
What's the status on that helicopter, over?
Enemy truck, 6 o'clock.
This is Bravo 6. What's the status on that helicopter, over?
Oh no, it's not. There's one more guy in there. That was a false clear. Very devastating mistake to make in any kind of war situation. Excuse me? Was my red dot not on them? Why was none of them dying? Excuse me? Right, there's our checkpoint. Oh, I got him. So the one time I thought I didn't get him, I did, and the one time I thought I did get him, I didn't. What the fuck? Yeah, trying. Alright, now we're in the scripting. From this point onwards, the game's basically playing itself. You don't have to really do anything. But you gotta fire on the hind, but you can't hit it. No matter what you try and do, your rockets won't hit. Because you're just basically... The hind is the problem, so the game's just kind of doing this whole scripting bullshit. I'm gonna get my pistol back before we go to the next section, because I don't want to carry an empty RPG with me into the next section, scripted or no. Because that's our guys, so don't shoot them.
The hind's backing off! Must have run out of ammo! Good enough for mine! Yeah, no kick! Oh shit, he's about to take out that bridge!
We're gonna take out the bridge. We react way too late. Because yes, these guys are that determined to kill us before we can get out of here.
Get a hold! Move, move, move!
Oh, and this section is slightly changed from the original. In the original version of Modern Warfare, they didn't do that kind of like scene dressing bit that we just did there. You kind of just start with Price here and you just immediately push up and go. Whilst they just make it a little bit more cinematic, they added that little bit of kind of finding your bearings and getting up. But one of these guys, or some of these guys, will have M60. So if you're playing on Recruit, jump this wall, get over there and start trying to deal with them. That guy right there has one. That guy that came out the door. But at this point, you're just holding the line. You don't even have to actually hold the line, actually, to be honest. You can just crouch and wait. But I'll at least play along for the sake of plots, making it look accurate.
Captain Price! We're on our own, sir!
Yeah, no helicopters coming to save us right now. Because our own forces can't risk getting close enough. So we're on our own until we can survive all this chaos. But Kamarov fucking turning it around from zero to hero. He will take the risk and come save our neck. Now the helicopter's showing up, I'm just ducking down because it's going to start firing missiles, which then starts this scripting. The only thing I don't get is, I get what Briggs is trying to do. Briggs is trying to drag us to that truck over there. But we were in cover. We were behind a car. So why does he drag us out into the open like this? And why does he let us go and change to an LMG thinking that this is going to work out for him? While still out in the complete open. Because goodbye Briggs. You know? Like, what the fuck? I remember first, even as a kid, I was like, what? Firstly, why did he pull us out from the car? Secondly, why did he fucking stop? That was all on him. There's Bryce over there. And the other original member of our squad, Gaz, is unfortunately there, right in front of us, with Zakhaev walking straight up to him. Goodbye, Gaz. The only two people left of the original squad in an instance. Wu is Captain Price and Soap. Which is why in Modern Warfare 2 and 3, those two are like blood brothers. Because they are the only two survivors. It brought these two much closer together. Especially because of this badass shit. Hey, bitch. Fuck. Okay, no, we got it. And he missed a couple shots, and me feel I'm dizzied. And that's it. Zakhaev, the main villain, is done. And with that, the game is done. If you're seeing this, congratulations, you managed to beat the game. If you're going for the trophy completion list, then you've still got fucking Mile High Club. Painfully. But if you aren't in it for the challenge and genuinely just want the trophy, there is a glitch in Mile High Club, and I'll explain it when I give it a go. There is a glitch that still works to this day. They never patched it out.
You are going to be all right.
Because yeah, Kamarov did come and save us in the end. Yeah, and in the original, they leave it. They give the impression that you can see from this bit here. He tries to resuscitate Price, but then gets angry. They give the impression Price doesn't make it, but like I said, in MW2, it's shown that he did. He did survive that. You aren't the only survivor. It's only you and Captain Price that made it. And from what I can tell, the only reason Captain Price survived is because he was like the most popular character in this game. And so everyone wanted him back. So it's like, well, since it was kind of left vague, they used it as an excuse to make it so he actually lived. Whilst if he wasn't as popular, they probably would have left him dead.
Lost in the Bering Strait due to a major storm has been called off.
And that's it, the game ends. You defeat the bad guy and the credits roll. And you get this really pretty cool rap. It's sung by Briggs' voice actor. About him talking about how, like, him and the boys are gonna school all your asses. And they always stop the bad guys, sort of thing. With every now and then it echoes out like voice lines from the game. And it's just like, it's gonna get this video copyrighted easily, but at the same time, the first Call of Duty stream also got a copyright claim, so I'm not fussed either way. I know, like, they're gonna get copyright claimed. But that's it. That's genuinely Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1. It is dated in places, and like the veteran difficulty is insane. Mostly because of how robotic a lot of the enemies are. Because they literally, if there is a pixel for them to shoot, they will shoot it, because they just AI focus onto you. But it's still a super fun campaign, even on veteran. Even if it can be a little frustrating with a couple points, like with the one shot one kill mission, with like I said, that section in Heat and that section in no, fighting in the war room. But it's still the original Modern Warfare. The reason why it became such an iconic game is for very good reason. This game is so fucking fun, and it's still worth trying to this day. The remaster is usually on sale, so it's dirt cheap for you to get it now. And if not, the original COD 4 and 360, there's no way you can't get that for like 99p at this point, because the game's like came out in 2007. You can absolutely track this game down, and I highly recommend it. It's a treat. It's a blast. And although the multiplayer didn't get remastered, the sequel to this game did still get a remaster of some kind. So at some point, I'd say it won't be any time immediately, but at some point I will do Modern Warfare 2's veteran campaign as well, which in my opinion is going to be more troubling. But as I said, this game's campaign I'd say is harder, but I have less experience with MW2, so it will absolutely feel harder when I'm going through it, because I won't have as much information to use to give you guys to be like, okay, do this, do that, don't do this, don't do that. There'll be a lot more of me just trying to refigure it out as I go. Obviously I have a couple things here and there, but it won't be anywhere near as frequent where with this I was like, okay, for this section do this, for this section do that. Like, I know this game like the back of my hand. I know how this game works and how its AI works. And I still died a shit ton of times, don't get me wrong, but you get what I mean. I have knowledge I have the knowledge in this game. I don't have it in MW2 anywhere near as much. And it pretty much doesn't exist in MW3. But MW3 is even easier of a veteran campaign than MW2. So if that MW3 remaster, campaign remaster that's rumored to be happening does happen, it should be a little bit more interesting. Like, it should stay relatively in the same sort of difficulty, because as the easier it gets, the less knowledge I have on it, so it will balance out said difficulty. I'm also in MW3, because some of the levels in MW3 have very wide ranges, so if you don't know where those enemies are, they will just get you before you even know what's happened. But once Briggs' song's done, you get this other badass track, which still to this day, I've never been able to track down online. So if any of you know what this track is, and can point me in the right direction, I'd love to know, because I like this song that's about to play in a sec. This. It's just like crash metal, like crash bang metal that just goes crazy, but it's a nice beat. And as we said, I should talk about the music. Even though Call of Duty games nowadays aren't known for their music at all, these older ones had iconic tracks. I've said before that one of my favourite things about MW1 is that it basically has one central theme, like one central thing, and every single other track in the game is a remix of it. Like, they have a leitmotif of it, and if you're sitting there going, oh, that sounds kind of lazy, no, one of the most iconic themes in gaming, Halo's theme, literally did that for a whole trilogy. It, in the right hands, it's actually the polar opposite of lazy. It's extremely talented and very hard to pull off, but they pulled it off in this game. This game has a great main theme, and the way they use it throughout the course of the game is really charming. Dun, dun, dun. But listen to this track. This is a badass little track. I said at some point I will do MW2, because I have far less experience, but I will do MW2, because I do like MW2. I think in terms of campaigns, I think the campaigns get slightly weaker each game, and I know that's a huge hot take, but MW1, I'm a biased kid, because I played it when I was like 8 years old. Whilst MW2, I played when I was like 10, and MW3 when I was like 12. You know? So I was just that little bit older, a little bit wiser, a little bit more yada yada. I felt that MW2 just hasn't stuck with me the way MW1 has, and MW3 really hasn't stuck with me the way MW2 did. That said, I'm not as negative on MW3 as most. A lot of people struggled with MW3 and felt it was kind of weak because of a lot of things that happened around it, like its troubled development and whatnot. But I genuinely really liked it. I still like the campaign, even though I think it is the weakest one. I genuinely loved the Spec Ops and the Spec Ops Survival. I thought they were a blast. And the multiplayer, although I didn't get into it as much as some others, I did enjoy the time I spent with it. I liked the maps. I liked what I did and what I got to do in it. I just genuinely had fun with MW3. I even managed to get a MOAB once, which is the mother of all bombs, which is a 25 kill streak, or 24 if you use Specialist. I even managed to get that once, and I was like, and it was so rewarding to be able to do it. Which is funny because I never once got a nuke in MW2, which was the exact same requirement, I believe. But it was also because I was younger and just less experienced, so I was like the fodder more often than not when MW2 was around. But I still had fun with it. But MW3, I was more experienced and more prepared to knuckle down with it and figure it out. But that's it. Once you're done, you get access to this, the bonus mission. Like I said, I will give this a couple goes, but you're not gonna get it instantly. No matter what videos or guides you watch online, what strategies you get, this mission is like, if I'm being generous, like 70% luck. You can have all the skill in the world, know exactly what to do, and you will still die from random bullshit. You have exactly 1 minute to do this whole fucking mission. Good luck. There are 2 weapons of great significance you need to get. Firstly is this shotty. Secondly is that in this room, there's an enemy with a P90. You need that P90. It's almost mandatory for you to survive. This. The can see we've already wasted 30 seconds. We're not doing it in this attempt. We're already dead. It's the reason why you always see me when I die do this is because of when I was trying to grind up that mission. It's quicker than just waiting for the death animation to play out.
Section 1 Alpha. X-ray down.
Whoops. I only give it like 2 or 3 more attempts because I'm not gonna fucking stick to the grind here. The only reason why I shoot this guy, you don't have to, but once again, it's a luck factor you're removing. Sometimes he will chase you, and sometimes your AI buddies just won't fucking kill him.
Move up. Target neutralized.
I shouldn't have lived. Get to here, take this as an opportunity to kind of get your bearings. When that goes, throw a flash and start pushing. And I died there, unfortunately. But once you get to that point, I'm gonna be honest, after that point, you're kind of on your own. Because I can give you a guide, I can give you an explanation of what you should do, what you shouldn't do, but the enemy positions are so randomized, it is so much luck reliance that you just gotta feel it out yourself until you eventually get that one run where you get it. However, I said that there's an easy way of doing it, and let me explain it to you. I can't show it off, unfortunately, because it requires me exiting the game, but I'm going to leave it here. If you are just in it for the trophy and don't care at all, go to the mission select, fire up this post mission. Do it on recruit. When you get to the last checkpoint, save and quit. And then go back to mission select, go to Mile High Club, say yes. The very second you click go on this, immediately hit the dashboard. I'm not kidding. Immediately hit the dashboard. Quit out of the game. Then when you come back, and you come back to it, just click resume game. And it will put you at the final checkpoint, but the game will now be in veteran because it didn't manage to reload the whole mission, so it just puts you at the checkpoint. And then all you have to do is the last checkpoint, which is shoot one person. And then you're done. Additionally, if you decide to hunt down the intel, there are a bunch of cheat codes you can find. You can put a noir filter, a photo negative filter, a super contrast. You can make it so enemies have insane ragdoll physics. You can make it so bombs are cluster bombs. A fruity addition to your tangos. Yes, it turns their heads into melons. A bad year, I'm not sure what that is. Shoot some enemies and see what happens. I'm not actually sure what that is. I'm going to turn a couple of these on, actually. When life gives you lemon, you make lemonade. If you melee, you can slow down the world. You need some serious punching action. Zakayev's his sons, I don't know what that is, and infinite ammo is self-explanatory. So let's just pick like any old mission. I'll do it on regular. Just so I can show something.
We're still working with the Russians to get the launch codes. We should have them shortly.
So now you can do this.
Out.
Go, go, go!
Bravo 6, Sniper Team 2 is now in position. We'll give you sniper cover and recon from where we are. Copy! Keep it posted out!
Oh, I know what Zakayev's sons is. Is that all the enemies are replaced with all the enemies are replaced with Zakayev's sons.
Light armor coming to you from the north. Suggest you get some C4 out there and find some heavy weapons.
I think bad year is them turning into tires. Oh, that's teammates. You get the gist. Let's get out of here. And you can also do arcade mode, where you go through every single mission in a linear sequence, like you would on a normal campaign, but it gives you scores. Well, you can do it individually, or you can do the full mission. And as you can see, anything that's just cutscene levels, so like in here that's just crew expendable, they just skip. You just do the main run. So like in Act 1, you do Shock and Awe, but you don't do Aftermath, because there's no point. But that's going to be it from me. If you're absolutely curious, I haven't played much Modern Warfare Remastered multiplayer, but I'll at least show you the level I abandoned it at before I was done. Because I did play it a little bit when this got released separately. Because originally it was tied to Infinite Warfare, and I had zero fucking interest, so I just waited. And eventually they released it separate, which they should have done from the start, but what the fuck can you do? Yeah, I got to level 35. And I use it. I've got an M16A4 class. I got an R. This one I only just changed to last time I played, because I was using the M40A3. Shorty class, and LMG class, and SMG class. I'm proper bitch basic with these things. I just cover one for each class and then call it a day. But that's it. That's all I wanted to do. So let us leave. It's only 10 to 11, so it'd be a bit early to wrap up. And so I will transition over to Sophie 2 and do like an hour and a bit of that. So I'll see you guys in a couple minutes. But for those who aren't interested, just watching this, thank you so much for popping in, and I will see you in the next one. Till then, though, take care.